Never Island.
Oh god, it even says Never Island when you open the game now. Not that I expected this, like, opening screen to, like, change or anything. But I didn't expect even, like, the... Because at the beginning when you open the game it just says Islando, but now it's Never Islando. So yeah. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, but we're gonna press start here and...
さあ、始めましょう。
I don't know where we are. A dream. I was having a dream. What? One so long, it felt like it lasted forever. They're pretty common, right? The kind of dream where you're having a friendly chat with your first childhood crush, to whom you never once spoke in real life. Or where the both of you are fighting abhorrent traditions, chasing the secrets of an unknown world, risking life and limb in the name of love. My inconceivable past. Whoa, what do you mean dream? Which parts was a dream? These dreams are all that's left now of memories even I should have forgotten. But I find them extremely comforting for some reason. I never, ever want to wake from them. I know. This is all a dream. The moment you wake up, you'll have to throw on your clothes, wolf down your breakfast, and head straight to the office. Your boss will scold you if you're even 1 minute late. Being told off is nothing, but that 1 minute on your timesheet will come back to haunt you when your end of year assessment rolls around. It might even give them enough reason to hand you a notice of dismissal. For 1 minute, what the fuck? And if you're lucky enough to keep your job, you might still be placed under some fresh-faced new recruit. All that for 1 minute. That seems a little excessive. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. No excuse will cut it. No amount of repenting will earn you forgiveness. You can't recover the time you've lost. This world is so suffocating. Who would ever want to live in a world like this? If only the alarm clock ringing at my bedside was some kind of doomsday device. If only a quick press of the snooze button could bring it all to ruin. I'd hit it without a second thought. I mean, I always press my snooze button anyway, right? The moment the alarm goes off. I know. I'm powerless. I can't make any difference in this world. I'm just a cog in the machine. One single cog among countless others. Stopping isn't permitted, nor any deviation from my course. All I'm allowed to do is spin on. And should any sign of a defect be found, the cog in question will simply be taken out and be replaced with a new one. I know, but I can't carry on dreaming. Or can't I, rather? But can't I carry on dreaming? Just for a little bit longer? At least let me have my happy ending. Yeah, I feel like we haven't quite gotten that yet, right? At least let me get to the part where I make her happy. Never Island.
あ、え、何これ。止めるには、あ、これかな？うん、これだよね。
Is this like... I think this is the scene where the other Rinne or something, Rinne, whatever the fuck, right? The girl that finds us in like that snow climate, snow environment. Like she is finding the sleep machine right now, and the alarm went off, and I think she like opens up the time machine, well, sleep machine. Oh no, it's still going off. Fuck. It's so noisy.
そうだ。いっそ分解すれば。
What's up with this racket?
ドライバーは。
What the fuck? Pass it here. What the hell is this? Is this like a cave? I take the alarm clock from her and push the button on the top. Whew. Okay, back to bed. I can finally get off to sleep again. Let's hope I can quickly pick up where I left off. That wasn't that scene. We were just sleeping here. am I? I find myself in a cramped, filthy room. It looks like the inside of a cave, yeah. There aren't any windows, or anything like that. And the only light to speak of is an oil lamp dangling from the ceiling. As I rise from the child-sized bed, the blanket slips clean off. Why am I butt naked? Why does like the beginning of the story every single time I'm just fucking naked? What is it, huh? Don't look at me, Rinne look-alike. Wait, who are you? She's like, oh, so that's what that looks like, huh? Why are you staring at me down there?
こっくり
What are you taking out that measuring tape for?
喋った
I mean, yeah, I can talk. Well, yeah, I've been talking normally this whole time.
大きいね
Well, that's the first time I've heard that, because apparently according to the police officer before, that wasn't the case. I guess it would look big to a kid. That makes the scene even worse, doesn't it? I suppose it is! Yeah, I'm big, boys! That actually kind of made my day, yeah! My dick! It's pretty big! From the perspective of a kid, hell yeah! I like you, kid. Tell you what, I'm gonna treat you to some shaved ice, if they even have it here.
かき氷
Shaved ice? No, not that. What? You never heard of it before? You pour some syrup on a bowl of shaved ice and... they don't have it here. She's completely lost and confused. The girl cocks her head to one side in confusion. Her noggin's going to snap off and roll away unless I say something. How do I explain it? Oh, right. It's like snow. Sweet snow.
雪ならわかるよ
Yeah, of course you do, because at least like the first thing that I saw when I opened my eyes in this brand new world, I pretty much only saw snow, so that's what I assume this world is. It's just one big snow world. Whew, it got through to her.
でも雪は甘くないよ
That's why this is special snow, because this snow does taste sweet. Never mind. You should try it sometime. I know a place that does really good shaved ice. I don't think that old lady is alive anymore. I don't know how far we traveled into the future, right? Or rather, how long we were asleep for. But I'm pretty sure that old lady is not alive anymore. It's called... Wait, what was it called again? In fact, I've been feeling very, very chilly for a while now. Where on earth are we? Judging by the kid's funny clothes and the fact that she's never heard of shaved ice before. The North Pole, maybe? I was kind of thinking that too, right? At least that sort of side of the planet. But she wouldn't understand Japanese if that was it.
寒いだったらこれを着て
She hands me a large pile of what looks like clothing. Is that right? Are these for me to wear? Wait, where did mine go?
外で乾かしてるところだよびしょ濡れだったから
Oh, so these were my clothes? Damn clothes are no bother. The heat from my body will just dry them in no time. I get off the bed and head towards the door. But not before the girl grabs my arm to stop me.
ダメだよダメあんな服じゃ死んじゃうよ
What? What?
そう死にかけてたんだよあなた
The whole time I've been chatting to this girl, I've had this weird tingling feeling all along my spine. Where have I seen her before?
どうしたの
Oh, was it you back then? Yep, that girl. I remember now. I was wandering across a snowy plain. I heard footsteps approaching, and when I looked up, there she was.
誰
That's her.
やっと思い出した
Yeah, it took me a while, but I remember now. I thought it was a dream. Just a fragment of a shattered dream. Which means... this isn't a dream? I reach out and give the girl's cheeks a good, hard pinch. Aren't you supposed to pinch yourself to know whether this is a dream or not? Not pinch someone else. They're so soft. I'm sorry. Like a big cheek assault going on here. And so warm. Oh, sorry. That was a bit rough there. You gotta chill out around little girls, okay, dude? I let go of her face. That pouting face. Or rather, her cheeks are... I pinched a little too hard and now they're like swollen. The girl looks up at me, her cheeks puffy and swollen.
私、命の恩人なのに。
I know, that was my reward to you. A good old cheek pinch. That's true, you did. Thanks for helping me out. I owe you. Tell you what, I'll give you 3 wishes. Anything you want.
なんでも
we shouldn't promise things that we can't, you know, make true. We can't, listen, what if she's gonna say, like, I want $1 million? Well, like, how the fuck are we gonna give her that? Like, we don't have the powers to make any wish come true. We're not a genie that just came out of a lamp. Actually, no lewd stuff. Though I guess a kiss couldn't do any harm. Also, no wishing for 100 more wishes or anything like that. Keep your requests reasonable. He wants to give out kisses to little girls? I guess, I mean, you know, his bar was pretty low, right? 13 to like 30 or 40 or whatever the fuck it was. But like, the lowest he was willing to go was like 13. So I don't know if that girl falls within that age range. But, is the FBI present in this world? That's one thing that I would like to know beforehand.
1つ目。
So soon? You can take a little longer to think it over, you know?
服を着て。
Really? You're gonna blow your first wish on me, just something that I was going to do anyway? It's not like I was gonna, you know, keep walking around naked the entire time. Oh yeah, I'm still stark naked. Alright, let's get dressed. I thread my arms through the sleeves of the top that she handed me earlier. Wait, have I got this the right way around?
よかった。ぴったり。
She beams at me as she zips up my jacket. It makes me feel all warm inside, weirdly enough.
ね、お腹空いてない？
Huh? No, not particularly. I'm completely famished. I'm starving. I haven't eaten in... How long has it been? What year is it? I haven't eaten since 1999.
じゃあ2つ目。ちょっと待ってて。
Saying nothing more, she disappears through the door. What could it be? Since I've got nothing to do, I take another look around the room. If there's one thing I know for sure, that she's not gonna, like, order delivery or something, right? It's not like, hello, Domino's? There's a pile of junk on the desk. I can see what looks like a speaker unit and a mini television. But the rest of it just seems like scrap metal. The thing about this is, right, like, you were expecting to, well, I'm fairly certain that we've gone into the future, right? But it does, from the looks of it, like, this room at least, that's inside of a cave, I'd expected things to look a little more futuristic, right? Here it actually looks like it's actually gotten worse, so what has happened? Like, it could be that it's like 2000, I don't know, for example, we traveled to, let's just name a random year, right? 200 years into the future, right? Just for arbitrary sake. Just an arbitrary number, 200 years into the future. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, everything has progressed. Like, technology doesn't necessarily mean that it has to have progressed 200 of years, right? Because throughout the 200 years, setbacks could have happened as well, right? I.e., maybe wars or some shit like that, right? That's primarily one of the things that I would imagine could cause huge, just setbacks in general for humanity. So, yeah. It's not really giving me the vibe of like, wow, I've arrived 200 years into the future. Cause it's just like, there's still a fucking scissor on the table, okay? Like, God, and a hammer as well, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, scissors and hammers work pretty good, but you'd expect scissors and hammers to at least have maybe, right, that maybe they would have found alternatives that work better. You know, a different kind of tool that maybe like merging tools together, right? Like the Swiss Army knife. I'm pretty sure there was just a dude that like, you know, let's just combine all these shit together just for convenience sake. Like, why didn't some dude just like merge all tools into just one awesome tool, and then you don't have the need for like 5 different tools? And I don't fucking know, but like, I'm just saying, right? This scissor looks the same as if it were 1999, which is not something you would expect to see supposedly 200 years into the future. So, I don't know what the fuck happened, man. But I don't have a good feeling about this, to say the least. Because, like, if you travel into the future and you see this, it gives you a bad feeling, right? It would make me worried, at least. Like, wait, why don't things look more futuristic than you'd expect them to? A laptop? And a working one too, by the looks of it. Where? I flip it over. It says that it was made in the year 2016. Okay, made in 2016. So we at least traveled 17 years into the future, but this, you never know, right? This could be a really old laptop as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's 2016. 2016?
お待たせ。はい、パン。
You got me bread? This is your second wish? She hands me a steaming mug of something and a single slice of bread on a plate. Oh no, but I can't accept this. You saved my life. You've done more than enough.
食べて。3つ目のお願い。
That's your third wish? You're really just gonna blow your wishes that easily? On such, you know, normal things? Okay, I'll eat it up. I tentatively accept the plate and take a bite of the bread. Crunch. It's rock hard. What the fuck?
ふやかしながら食べるんだよ。あ、ほら、こうやって。
Oh, I don't know. Is this how people eat in the future? Your food is fucking made out of stone, but you just have to soak it to soften it up? She takes the bread for me, then dunks it into the hot liquid. Oh, she's feeding me. I hold my mouth wide open, and she sticks it inside.
どう？おいしい？
Ooh, tastes great. It really doesn't, to be honest. But my empty stomach is grateful for it all the same. It's delicious. Totally scrumptious. Yeah, scrumptious is definitely a word I would use if something is actually delicious. I gulp it down in a blink of an eye, then guzzle up the rest of my drink. I feel like I've been brought back to life, which is kind of the case. Or reborn, more like?
生まれて初めて見た。そんなに嬉しそうにご飯食べる人。
Well, you try not eating for at least 17 years. The girl stares at me, lost in thought, as if she's nostalgic for something she once had. Are you fine using up your 3 wishes like that?
別にお礼をしてほしくて助けたわけじゃないもん。
Fair enough. What a nice kid.
それに自分の夢は自分で叶えるつもりだから。
Oh, how admirable of you. And what dreams would those be?
秘密。
Secret? I might be able to help, you know?
どうせ信じてくれないよ。
Try me. Huh?
ねえ、私じゃなくてあなたのこと聞かせてよ。
She has such a cheerful expression on her face. Maybe I just imagined that flash of sadness a minute ago.
どうしてあんなところにいたの？何をしてたの？
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. Actually, I'm... Oh, how are we gonna introduce ourselves? Setsuna or... Huh? It's a secret.
じゃあ名前は？
That's also a secret. In fact, I'm on a super important top secret mission, that's true. The fate of the world hangs in my balance. It's not quite that dramatic. It's not quite that dramatic because we're doing it for selfish reasons, no?
すごいかっこいい
She bought that though. Damn. I suppose it is. Now, what was my mission again? Oh no, don't tell me we've forgotten. And more importantly, who am I? Oh my god, what? This feels exactly the same as the beginning of the other, right? When we play. Yeah, I guess we can distinguish between that there are sort of two stories now, right? This second story is Never Island, and the first story was Island. But like the beginning feels very, very similar, which means that they probably started in a similar fashion as well, right? Except that at the end of Island, we saw what led to the beginning of Never Island. So maybe the beginning of Island also started in a similar fashion. But regardless, right, we again like arrive at a time period when we seemingly have amnesia as well. We know we are here on a mission, we don't know what the mission is, and we've completely forgotten our identity. So, yeah, very, very similar again indeed. So what do we do now? Are we eventually gonna remember, or... or are we just gonna fuck around again for a long time until we eventually remember, like, oh shit, this is what I'm supposed to do. That reminds me, what's your name? She stares blankly at me, clearly puzzled. I mean, she kinda already said that.
私の名前
I should at least get to know who my savior is, right? It's only really an excuse. Still, I feel obliged to ask. Why are you so hesitant?
とっくに知ってると思ってた
Yeah, see, because she's actually disappointed because she's like, I already introduced myself, have you forgotten? Bad boy. What does she mean by that? Do I know this kid? Is she saying we've met somewhere before? She raises her head and continues.
リンネだよ
Rinne. See, it's not Rin, it's Rinne, right? With the, what is that? I still haven't looked it up, and I don't know how I can Google it. Because, like, I try to put it in quotation marks, but then nothing fucking shows up either, right? Like, if I Google Rinne, what, the Rin test is a hearing test. I didn't want to look for a hearing test, what the fuck? For some reason, oh, Rinne Ohara, oh shit, the second page is actually Island Wiki. I don't want to look on that, because that could potentially be spoilers. But, yeah, for some reason I typed Rin as her name is, right, with that little... What is just a fuck it, I'll just call it like a curvy line or a line above the E, right? But yeah, I typed that in Google, and the first thing that comes across is Rin test. Interesting. Rinne? Oh, this could be our gateway to remembering, right? Rinne? Why? Why are my cheeks wet with tears?
さあリンネオハラ13歳
Also, the thingy, right? Ohara, except in this time, it looks like she's like Irish or something, right? O'Brien, O'Hara, it's written in a similar fashion, where it's like sort of broken up. 13, hey, that's within our age limit. Right, Setsuna? If we're gonna call ourselves that. Rinne O'Hara. My memories come flooding back. Oh, here it comes. Forgotten memories of a summer's day long ago.
絶対
There she is.
また会いに来て
There's our Rin.
生まれ変わって待ってるから
Is that Rin reborn? It could be.
あれどうしたの
Before I know it, I find a girl staring up at me in concern. The thing is, right, that like, we think it's like so weird, that like, why would there be another girl that looks very similar to Rin, has a similar name as Rinne as well, but you have to like sort of consider the fact that if I don't know where we are, like this could be the islands. I'm not sure, because you know what like climate could have severely changed with how many years have passed by, right? We don't exactly know, but regardless, it could be that suddenly in Japan or on the island that it's now like that winter actually takes place there and it snows. That's possible. But like one thing in the island story was that like things sort of looped there as well, right? And it was also with the fact that I believe, wasn't it Rin's grandmother that was also sort of that had the name Rin, right? So it's entirely possible that like this is another Ohara from the same family, right? Another Rin, but like a couple generations into the future. And yeah, they named the daughter Rin again. Oh, sorry, what were you saying? I hastily wipe away my tears. It's sort of embarrassing, crying in front of a child.
ちゃんと聞いてた？私はリンネ。リンネだよ。
Rinne. Rinne.
何？
It's a lovely name. That's all I'm able to say.
私もね、この名前気に入ってるんだ。おとぎ話に出てくる名前でね、二人の男女がお互いを信じ合って永遠の愛を約束するお話なんだよ。
Yeah, trust me, kid. Trust me. I know where the name comes from, okay?
私もそういう人になりたいんだ。自分の信じたことを最後まで貫ける人に。
That's actually an interesting way that she interpreted it kind of in a different way, right? She interpreted it as the original Rin and Setsuna of the legends, that they sort of held true to their beliefs, right? No matter what, till the very end, as she says, right? So she sort of broadened it a little bit, but like that's what she's taking away from the legend, rather than it just sort of being about love only, right? She just has a little bit of a different perspective on it, and they just like, they held true to what they believed in, what they thought was important to them, and they stuck to it no matter what. And I mean, that's the thing, right? Sometimes from different stories, different legends, whatever, people take different things away from it and learn from it, apply it to their own life or life philosophy or whatever the fuck, right? And it seems like that is her take on it, where for Rinne herself, it may not necessarily be about love, but just staying true to who you are and what you believe in. That's just a thing that's very, very important to her, regardless of what it is about. And that's pretty cool. I wonder if I'm capable of believing in something so fearlessly myself. It's just a question of putting your faith in something and sticking with it, right? Right now, though, I don't have a clue. But I'm sure, someday...
いつか夢は叶う。この名前にはそんな願いが込められてるんだ。
Yeah, someday. The girl, Rinne, puffs up with pride.
おじいちゃんにはいっつも名前負けしてるって言われちゃうんだけどね。
Who's your gramps? Your granddad?
今日もそろそろ戻って。
Huh? Rinne freezes on the spot, her mouth hanging wide open.
忘れてた。
Huh? I really want to know who her granddad is, though.
どうしようどうしよう。
What?
こっちじゃダメだ。こっちに。
Hmm?
帰ったぞ、リンネ。いないのか。
That doesn't sound like a familiar voice, I think. Rinne jumps with shock upon hearing that deep voice beyond the door. What are you panicking for?
隠れて早く。
Why? What? But she forces me under the bed covers.
詰めてはみ出しちゃう。
Oh, okay. Hey, why are you coming under here with me? What if he finds us? This is gonna be really bad, okay? This is not a good place for us both to be hiding. Not in the bed.
毛布が盛り上がってたらバレちゃうもん。
I know, but I can't squeeze up any further.
肩の関節とか外して。
Someone told me that before. I wonder who, huh? That's crazy talk. Why do we even have to hide anyway? Uh-oh.
リンネ
What the fuck is
また
that?
お前は部屋にこもってどうしたベッドに潜り込んで
Holy shit. That's an old-ass dude. I don't recognize him from anywhere. Because it's certainly not Baldy. Let's get that straight, right? Like, this dude has a luscious head of hair, so it's certainly not Baldy. You really thought you could hide? And he wouldn't know? Rinne? Rinne squirms around restlessly before poking her head out.
お腹痛くて。
Are you sure she's 13? This is like 7-year-old lies or something, right? And driving my head into her stomach. What? I can't breathe.
かなり張ってるじゃないか
Oh god.
ちょっと見せてみろ
No, it's fine.
いいからいいから。
Oh god, this is gonna be terrible. Let me guess. Rinne didn't tell her granddad about me, about finding me. Can't breathe.
そうだなわしが見たところでどうしようもない医者を呼んでくる
No, don't get Dr. Morisu. Now Dr. Morisu is dead, I'm pretty sure.
大丈夫だからすぐ治るから。
Can't hold it any longer.
しかしだなリンネもしお前に何かあったらアマラに申し訳が
Amala? No more. Fresh air at last.
ん
She gave birth to a 30-year-old man. Yay!
Ah.
The blanket, which was whipped up into the air upon my escape, falls to the floor. On the other side of the room is an old man, his eyes filled with abject horror. Rinne is lying face up on the bed, and here I am, straddling her. This was a terrible idea! Boy, does this look bad. Oh yeah, it does. I don't know if they even have cell phones anymore, but if this dude did have one, he'd be calling 911 right about now.
孫娘に何をしておるか
Nothing! I didn't do anything! It's what she did to me! Yep. Looks real bad.
おう世界の命運がかかった非常に重要な極秘任務を人知れず遂行中と
Yep, what the fuck is this? This looks like really like not prehistoric per se, right? But it feels and looks, if we didn't find that laptop that said 2016, right? I feel like everything else that we saw looks as if we actually went backwards in time rather than forwards in time. Cause like, look at this, right? There's a fucking clay pot there between what is the, like, kind of, well, I almost said oven, but it's more like, it's just like a stove. Well, it's a stove, but it's just like a fucking campfire underneath it. And then you have a sink without even, yeah, I don't know. I don't see any source of water anywhere near that, so I don't even know what the fuck that's for, but it really looks as if we went backwards in time. Technology-wise, at least, because we definitely know that it's at least 2016, if not much, much later. So what the fuck happened here? Yeah, that's right. Glad we could clear up this little misunderstanding, Nirvan-san. Nirvan.
ふざけるのも大概にしろ誰がそんなヨタ話を信じるか
It's actually the truth. Huh?
私は信じるよ。だって私も世界の命運がかかった非常に重要な極秘任務を人知れず遂行中だもん。
Yep, Rinne too.
リンネは黙っておれわしはこの男と話している
もう
Oh,
でお前名前は
yeah, that's a secret. Like I said, It's confidential.
この辺りでは見かけん顔だが、居住区画は
Urashima? Are you familiar with that? You're asking my address? Yeah, I'm not the type to be tied down to one place.
札なしか。まったく、いい年して嘆かわしい。
What do you mean collarless? I'm not a dog. Collarless?
厄介ごとに巻き込まれるのはごめんだ。早くこの家から出て行ってくれ。
Of course. It's the least I can do considering your granddaughter rescued me. Rinne, sitting beside me, lets out a small yelp.
でもおじいちゃん、この人さっきまで外で倒れてて。
だからといっていちいち施しを与えていたらキリがないだろう。行き倒れなんて今時珍しくもない。
そうじゃなくて、この人は。
リンネ、お前も今月から成人だろう。いい加減世の中は綺麗事だけじゃ回らないことを学んだらどうだ。
What do you mean you become an adult this month? Does Japan regard 14-year-olds as adults already, according to the law? What the fuck? 14? Adults? I mean, I know that like Japan has some compared to like most Western countries, right? Some different age of consent laws, but like I don't think they regard 14 as adults though, right? I don't know, like maybe, I mean this is in the future, maybe some weird fucking shit happen, I don't fucking know. She bites her lip, then hangs her head in silence. I get it. Time for me to make my leave, I guess. Thanks for your help, Rinne. I give her behatted head a hearty rub. Nirvan-san's piercing gaze frightens me a little, but it looks like he's willing to let that one pass, seeing as I'm about to go. There are some similar, like, she looks a lot like Rin too, and she's like wearing sort of a hat as well, right? Like, I don't know what Rin and Rinne and just other Rins in general have, but they really loved their hats, at least.
ごめん。
No, it was my fault for getting you in trouble. I turn around and head for the front door. Nothing outside but snow, huh? Who cares? I'm well wrapped up anyway. I make sure to zip my jacket all the way up.
おいお前、その服。
What? Give me a break, old man. If I went back out in the clothes I arrived in, I'd freeze to death. Should I just make a run for it? I push the door open a crack, but the next moment, my hand is stilled.
まさか、刹那のか。
What? What do you know about Setsuna? What? Huh? Who's?
そうだ、いいこと思いついた。
With that, Rinne dashes outside. Light streams in through the wide open doorway, blinding me in the process.
ねえ、一緒に来て。
Where are we going? Bathed in light, she spins around and reaches out to me. Given just a glimpse of the outside world behind her.
あなたにあげる。刹那の忘れ
And what is that? I take her hand and step out into the light. My new journey starts here. Never Island.